Miami has become the greatest football team.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway on Sunday night primetime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good for the Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man open left side. It's Williams. The Dolphins at 13-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. When you look at this defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
To me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Bills first down.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. You talk about this Miami defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. Keene to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a second and 10. Back to throw. Keene. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Back to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
He was taken
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got room. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Looking to throw. King. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaped down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. King finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. Here's 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. And hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And traffic there, that's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Operating from the gun. King. This is caught. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Completes this to Addison out left. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. King. Addison hauls it in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught by Addison. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
And the Bills, first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw. King. With the left sideline, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. King. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and goal.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. King. Touchdown, Bills. From 4 yards out. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
At the 36-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. For Miami, 64 yards. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him over 100.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Second and 3.
47-yard line.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on third down, King. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Oh, it's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. On its way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
They're on 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, King. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That's going to be caught. He's to the 15. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there Was a snap, a
The
hole,
Dolphins
and someone
take over
kicking the ball
first
through the
and 10
post.
at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll set up a throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well. Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A final shot before break. King going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's now
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator when we put on the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and the Dodger, instead they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And laying in for a Miami touchdown. Kyle Williams, 66 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Time break, that didn't slow him down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
from the 44-yard line. Here's second down at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. For this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes.
Well, wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Keene. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That was good for 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Able to fight for about 40 yards there to the 13.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins 56. Bills 23.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Cooper. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the second down and 9. Back to throw. Keene. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And 9 yards to go.
19. Operating from the gun. Keene. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's getting the incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Back to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Looking to throw. Keene. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Keene. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And the Bills first down. First and goal, Buffalo.
Back to throw. Keene. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 15-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
It's 2nd down.
Oh, he fakes the spike. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. From the gun on 3rd down, Keene. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Here comes Cohen. Able to slither by. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They'll set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Keene. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Off the bootleg. Keene. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Keene. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe eventually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they get a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Panther 6 back in, go back in. 79 Bronco. What is it, deal? Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
23 yards the pickup there. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Buffalo.
To the air, Allen. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
17 yards.
56.
First down.
52.
First and 10 at the 14-yard
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.